You know what's scarier than Jason coming at you with a machete? The prices on Hololive cards and sealed product. And I guess that time I got reincarnated as a slime. So I had to wedge that in there. It's Friday the 13th. I love scary movies. I hope you all do too. Hopefully I can watch some scary movies tonight, but my wife hates it, so probably not. We just finished up Ozark. It's pretty good. If you haven't seen it, I enjoyed it. So it was a nice way to. She hated the ending. I thought it was a nice way to wrap up, but who knows? Anyways, going back, we have a few things to go over. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, reprints, Hololive, and also Tokyo Avengers. And lastly, this is the May TCG player giveaway. And what I like to do there is to, so that you know the integrity of the giveaway is true. I put it in the back of this video because I don't want to edit it or anything. You see me, I'm not looking to, I guess, I'm not looking to actually redo videos for three $15 giveaways. So that's how it is. Again, thank you to everybody that buys from my TCG player link. When you do buy from my TCG player link, you'll see it here, TCG player link. Once you click it, you make a purchase. I get credited for it like 2 months later, and I give it all away back to you all. So appreciate anybody that goes out there and uses my links. What we got first is that time I got reincarnated as a slime booster box reprint. Why I wanted to talk about this again, I talked a little bit about it yesterday. I just brought it up on the screen, but I had two commenters. So again, thank you to you two for actually pointing this out or giving me some information. So number one, the time I got reincarnated as a slime got reprinted. We know this. On TCG Player, you see a listing right here that says second edition. That is very important to realize. Second edition, again, has silver signatures, not the gold signatures. When you take a look at the booster box, though, there is no different booster box. It just says booster box, no first edition, no second edition, no reprint, no nothing. This is all one listing. So what my point is here is you need to be very, very careful on what you think you're actually buying. What I will say is I wouldn't buy any of these booster boxes above $70 because you can find it at other places right now. I would imagine someone selling it on Facebook. I know there are stores right now that have them for under $70. So I know someone purchased this at $99.97. I definitely would say please don't buy it for that price. There should be some ones lower as more and more people get this actual product. So the big problem here is how do you tell which one is a first edition or a second edition or a reprint version? You can't. You can make an assumption that based on the price, that's what it is, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay, and I'm just using this one because there's 16. I wouldn't pay $309.99 looking at the listing for 16 because that seems iffy to me. Like I don't imagine that someone actually has a case of 16 sitting there all this time and they're selling it for $309.99 like it just popped up. Like if you could, I would probably check with this person. I know with TCG Player you can't just message them. If they are a store, if you know who they are, I would definitely write to them before purchasing said boxes. But what really needs to happen, as somebody that has been looking at TCG Player, you need to do this. If you are a owner of a first edition box and you are looking at to sell it on TCG Player, you need to do this. You need to put a comment there that says first edition box because outside of that, to me, and again, I don't know for sure, I would have to guess based on the 16 number that this is second edition. That's just a guess. This could be first edition boxes at $309.99. Maybe they just wanted to sell it, but I need that. I need that line that tells me that this is actually true because I can't tell. Nobody can tell at this point. But again, if the reprint ones, these boxes, they don't say second edition on it. They actually say reprint. I was told that yesterday by a commenter. I know I bought some of this, so when this eventually comes, I have no idea when it's coming. I'll be able to confirm it. But at this point, no idea what's actually showing on the box other than reprint. So it would have been nice to say second edition on there. Definitely would have been nice. It just seems more sophisticated. Is that really the word I'm looking for? The words phrase that I'm looking for than writing just reprint on the box. I think you could have did a little bit better there by writing second edition. With Hololive now. Normally I don't do this. Normally I don't follow the first couple hours after release, but This time I make an exception. Hololive is huge. There's a lot of people opening this. So I want to see what it's actually doing. Use that to compare to Japanese. I'm not going to do this on this video, really. This is just to record what they are, and I'll write them down later and do that whole analysis thing at a different point. So, Hololive Production Booster Box. I hope you didn't buy it in the 90s. I hope you didn't buy it in the 80s. Like I said, we are at $74 because this just released. Sellers are actually able to put it up now that are not actually stores, because that's a rule in TCGPLAYER, right? You can't put them up until this officially releases unless you're a store. And we have other people moving in here, selling it for under that 80 price. So $74 is what you're looking at. Again, you have the whole issue of, are these things dead boxes, map boxes at this point? Not talking about anyone specifically. What I would say is, again, make sure to check what they're selling, like any singles on TCGPLAYER. Look if they're on Facebook, Mercari, eBay, because normally they use the same name. The same people use the same name, especially stores. So just take a look at what they're selling and see, like, compare the quantity of boxes and all that, and try to make a judgment call. I mean, if you're spending $70, $80, $90 for this stuff, I think taking 20 minutes to do that is in your best benefit, right? Like, it's to your advantage if you figure out who's actually selling the stuff and why there's a certain number of it. You know, because you can compare, right? You can see here, like, how much was actually sold. So you can kind of like tag it back to a certain seller and see how much is left. Not to say you should do that, but no, I say you should do it. Never mind. I say you do it. Due diligence, all that good stuff. $74. We'll see how the week goes on, but that makes sense to me. Again, what I meant by mapped and dead boxes, it was confirmed. 1 SSP, 4 SPs is what you're going to see from these boxes. So once you pull that big money SSP, you probably have every good reason on selling the other boxes off. Depending on how early it was you pulled it. Yeah, that's why these cases, $1,400 expensive, but you have that guarantee then that at least inside of that sealed case you got an SSP. I take that guarantee back because there's always production issues. Bushy Road Weiss Schwarz does not guarantee a certain drop rate. We know it to be true, but at the same time, they never guarantee it, because if there's a production issue, that's on you for buying it. So that's how it is, and that's why this thing is $1,400. I don't know if this goes down. I think, like, in my heart of hearts, I would probably say yes, but do what you want. You want this. You want to guarantee that SSP. Maybe you buy it. I would. Me personally, I'm not looking to buy any more product, but maybe I would wait. I probably would wait. So SSPs, like I said, what I'm going to do here is really I'm just going to scan this page, point out anything that I see, like, or whatever, and then I'm going to write it down later. Really, I just wanted to capture this information now. There's not really much to talk about yet, like purchases, because you can see there's only 2 SSPs sold so far, Subaru and Suisse, and $1,000 and $800, pretty expensive. The main thing that you could see here, the very important part, is the amounts. The amount of actual listings, because this is higher than what you saw with a bunch of other sets, like Bashoku Tensei, with definitely Bang Dream. You didn't see 3 listings within a couple hours of this actually going live. That's what I wanted to capture here, and by doing this, I'm able to see, like, the opening day prices, what people actually price that at, because some people use UUT and do that whole multiplier thing and all that, and I want to capture how people are actually pricing this. So as you can see, 2 sales so far. The big thing is these things are really expensive. Corone 1100, Coco 1300, 969.69 on Lamy. I do appreciate the sense and the numbers that I see showing up in here, right? So all these other ones are missing. 999.99 Pekara, and then we got Marine, $2,800. Yeah, see, and that's why I go back and say I can't ever justify paying these prices. Like, if this was a product that existed 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago that I was not a part of, yeah, maybe I buy that. But being here now in the moment with cases available, I would rather buy the case and gamble on it, and have to sell off cards, the SPs, SSP that I got from the case than buying up a card for $2,800. And I'm not dissing anybody's um, reason for doing that, because you want to know that you got your card, and I can totally respect that. For me, it's a personal choice. I can't imagine paying $2,800. I'd rather just buy two cases. Two cases get two SSPs than just pay $2,800. That seems not good for me to do that. So that's how it is. All right, let me just scan the rest of these here. Yeah, some of these are freaking expensive. Freaking expensive. Okay, and that's it for SSPs. SPs, point out again, anybody new that doesn't know this, the T in the serial number, let me just zoom in here. Let's go with, no. Go with, man, the serial number really got small when I zoomed in. Okay, we'll go with Noel here. If you see this T, that means it comes from a trial deck. If you see a non-T, where'd my non-Ts go? Where'd my Coco go? Oh, here we go. We'll just use Aqua. Oh, there's Coco. I can see Coco right here. No T. That means it comes from a booster box. And I do love this card. I love it a lot. It gives me that Asura vibes from D4DJ. I mean, as in the way they look. You got this thigh-high sock. I'm not good with women's garment names, right? Like, it's not my forte. And then whatever this band is along her thigh. I really like that look. I think it's pretty cool looking, actually. And I really want this card. She's pointing at you. I like it better than the SSP, more just because I've said it before. Like, it's like a concert feel. Like, she's pointing, you think it's me. I feel special when she's just pointing randomly into the air at anybody. Anyways, like I said, what we have here, a bunch of trial decks. And did any actually sell? Trial. Where's my booster boxes? Booster, any sort of sale. Rushia sold 175. Hopefully anybody that was on picked up some sort of deals, right? Like this. I don't know if people would say this was a deal, but $1,000 to the Suisse, some people might say is actually a deal. We'll see. That's pretty expensive, but yeah, I could see it. Like, I think with the Japanese side, that's actually a good price. That's probably why it was bought. Coco was bought. So we had three sales of booster box SPs. Everything else is just out here. And I really love this Okayu and Kanata. There's definitely a few of these that I would love to have. And this is what I was talking about with numbers. Let me go back. I thought there was one that people really love using the 69. I get it. It's like a bingo hall. We got 320, 69 here. So we say 1150. And then Roboco. I know there was a person that was looking for a max rarity. Congratulations if you're out there listening to this. Congratulations on getting your play set of Robocos. And here we go, Fubuki. So 69,420. That sounds familiar somewhere out there in the world. The 69,420 Fubuki, 4 listings of that. How many people did that? 1, 2, 3. I guess we're gonna keep it up, right? We're all gonna go. You either match the price or you just came in on the joke. But we got 3 of them, and I love this Toa. Man, this is from the trial deck. There's so many good ones. There are so many good SPs out there. And then here is Marine. I love the signature so much with the pirate ship. So nice. Okay, and again, let me just finish up my scanning here of all these. And Fubuki. So as you can see, there's not many sales. One, I think still people are waiting for their stuff. 2, this is really expensive. 3, as I mentioned before, eBay, Facebook, Mercari. You need to go out to all those different places. And I would definitely, if you go out to Facebook, make sure you pay 10 to 15% under, because people have to pay fees on these other sites. They don't have to do that there. And get yourself a deal. I think that's what you should do. Get yourself a deal. Rene, I love that. Look at the dog. So great. Okay, anyways, moving on. Triple rares. I'm not gonna go through this. I'll go through this on my own time. All the triple rares are from trial decks. It's not booster boxes, so not gonna look at that. SRs. I would say with the SRs, I'm gonna do this on my own time as well. But if you look up the Japanese version of the SPs, the SRs, not like this has to follow exactly what the Japan release was, pricing and all that. But what you will see is there's not very many that are above, let's say, 8 and up. Not many cards. I thought there was like 4 or 5 of them. So you should not be paying like a huge amount for these SRs, especially with how many I imagine would be coming out. Right, right. You see Lamy here with 7 already, and we have a Luna with 7. So there's going to be a decent amount of these, I think, for the amount of product that are going to be opened up. And I would just be careful on which ones you want to buy. All right. If you want it for your own personal collection, great. If you're trying to like get in on a sweet deal so you flip it later, I guess you might be waiting a little bit of time on that one. With the double R's. So there's only so many double R's that are going to be worth uh, a certain amount over, let's say, like $5. And with how many that are going to be open, and this is my point again, you can see there's listings of 9, 9, 10 already. And this is only within the first couple hours of this product being released. We know people already were opening it, but within the first couple hours, imagine when like everybody gets their stuff next week or the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot for sale. And if these things are already $1.33 at 10 listings, I didn't click on it to see if they're shipping. There probably is, so $2. Roughly $2 with shipping. You can only imagine what it's going to look like in a week or two. Right? It's going to be pretty ugly, as in if you're trying to sell double rares. What we have then next, Gawr Gura talked about this yesterday. This is the Hololive tournament support PR packs. Remember, you get these PR packs from a tournament store for buying 1 booster box or 3 trial decks. So if your store is getting it, make sure they give it to you. Some may run out, so you might want to get them sooner than later. The Gawr Gura I pointed out was $50. Someone bought it. Reason being is someone told me in my comments that they are selling for $100. I would say to that, it's too early. I wouldn't buy it for $100, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. 60 right here might be a really good deal. So if you want to buy a Gawr Gura foil for $60, feel free. It's on TCGPLAYER. If you want to buy it for $100, it's on eBay at $100. I would say you might want to wait for all the PR packs to come out and be put up for sale. If I'm wrong and it stays 60 and above, then so be it. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to just buy this thing. Like this. Remember this one? Premium Booster Hololive Production comes out June 3rd. A bunch of people already bought this. It's still on sale on the internet. It's I think I saw some for 40s in the 40s. So they still exist. They're still out there. They're not completely gone. People bought it from the Bushiroad Global Online Store. People bought it from Hololive website and also through GeekJack. So there is going to be a bunch of these. And remember, Gawr Gura is also in this one. This is Yuyute. This sold out at 1980 yen. But I would imagine once this comes out, you should be able to pick up this one. This is not the super high-end one. This is foil, though. It's the Hololive Premium. Hololive something. Hololive, what is it? HLP. I don't know. Hololive Parallels. That's what they call them. Hololive Parallels. There's so many of these acronyms. This reminds me of work. I don't know if anybody works corporate like I do, but they got like a billion acronyms and it's hard to remember them all. So one of the ones for this one, Hololive Parallel, I would just rather buy a Hololive Parallel of Gawr Gura for whatever price, $30, $40, than buying this thing for 60. Or you could just buy a box of this for the 40s instead of buying this for 60, right? Like you get my point. There's no way I would buy this for definitely 100 because then I could buy 2 of those boxes. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But again, people what they want. Obviously this card is in English. This Hololive Premium box is in Japanese. That's a difference in there as well. And we got our little friend in the bubble. So that for me, I don't see how this stays above 100 with how many pre-R packs are coming out. because I would imagine people want to flip it. By the way, this is another good reason on why these promo packs are great. Not all promo packs do well. Like you have Mushoku Tensei where stores just sold them and dropped the price pretty quickly, but it did recover, right? It's a little extra give me for buying through them. And if the prices keep holding the value that they do, I don't imagine all these PR packs are going to do as great as Hololive or Mushoku Tensei. But at the very least, this is, again, a way to support the local tournament store, which is really nice in the end. Okay, Hololive, so that would be it, yeah? Hololive. Tokyo Revengers, there's a reason why I want to talk about Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers is one of the ones where I talked about and I bought the Japanese one and I remember complaining about it. And then months went by, and now that I'm hit in the face with pictures with numbers on it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This sucks. This sucks. And I'm gonna show you why. So trial deck. Trial deck was normal, completely normal. You have two SPs, right? We got Takamichi and Hinata. I thought it was Hina, but I don't know. I must be putting my names wrong. But I thought it was Hinata, whatever the name is. We have her in it, right? We got SP her, and then we got SP him, Takamichi and Hina. So that makes sense. It's normal. We got two SPs. I would imagine a case not confirmed yet. A case of these things would have one of each. I would imagine that would be the case. When it comes to the booster boxes, this is the thing that I remember complaining about, but then I didn't talk about it for like a month or two, and now we're here to release day. And what you see here is you have 7 SSPs, signatures, hard to get, makes sense. And then you have 14 TRVs, right there. 14 TRVs. And the problem with that is the TRVs are your OFRs, Overframe Rares. They don't have signatures on them. Remember that? Yeah, I completely forgot about that. As in, complained about it and then just completely went out of my mind. And then you have this. This is Nova TCG. They opened this product. They put it up for sale, as they always do. And you can see the pricing on it. So SSP is great. TRVs. TRVs. You have an 80 for Draken, 50 for Mikey and Draken, but you can see the problem here. These aren't signed signatures. They are foil quotes and whatever else is on here. Maybe their name. I can't read that, so maybe their name. The cards look cool, but they are missing signatures. And the drop rate as Nova, or on the actual posting on Facebook for Nova TCG selling these cards, someone asked and someone answered, and you get 1 SSP per case or carton, and you get 3 TRVs, 3 OFRs. So when you think about how people make money on opening cases, you sell play sets, you sell cards, single cards, high foil cards. This set, if you're following with me, these prices are low, but remember there's an English release coming out, so that's part of it. And you could do the whole multiplier if you want to attempt to do it, but you're really hoping that this set is carried by the goodness of the playability and also I guess the love of the actual series, because with these foil stamps, they might not be the greatest. Even though I love it, I love the freaking series. It's great. I mean, I love this card. That's why I put it in the thumbnail yesterday. Even though, like, if you watch the show, this is not a very fun moment, but I do love the look of that card. It really pops out at you, right? With the SSP is great, has signatures, but you only get 1 per actual case. That should be somewhat alarming to people that are attempting to open this, sell play sets, and sell singles. Because if you hit it, like imagine hitting, geez, Takamichi, $70. For the main character, he's not so good, right? Not so good. Mikey here is 550. We got Emma 197.99. Hina 200. So it's pretty hard unless you say these are all double the prices of they are, and You can sell it for that price, great. You get your money back. But if you can't, if these don't double, if you don't get that Mikey, then you're counting on TRVs and everything else, and that might be a hard sell. I don't know how many of these get opened. I mean, this is a very popular show. I don't know why they went down the path of TRVs instead of giving signatures for all of them. Maybe they thought this is a big IP that they didn't have to pay for it. Maybe they were only allowed to have so many SPs. I don't know. Or signature cards. I don't know. But I don't like how this went. And I remember saying I don't like how I see this in the new sets. So it's not very good. You're wondering what this card is right here. It's Emma. Definitely a nice looking card. If you just gave me a lineup of signed cards, I would have picked her out of all the cards. It pops. Look at the color on that one. So nice. And that's it with Tokyo Avengers. I say be careful. For me, I'm still buying this thing. I like the series a lot. It brings back a lot of memories just looking at this, but it definitely was a mistake to just not have signatures and putting OFRs in there. That's where I would land on that one. Okay. Giveaway time. As always, I put out a survey every month. The survey I ask you to fill out. Have like 2 instructions in there maybe. And here we are. So one of the questions was, how many of you have a local game store that sells Weiss? And it was basically split. Roughly 50-50 have it. So I like doing these questions. If you're wondering like where I come up with these questions, it's more just to actually see the progression through the timeline. There's actually reasons for certain questions. This one is just to see, give me a base point right now, 2022. How many people actually have local game stores? And we'll see if that grows or decreases over time. I myself do not have one yet. So I would love to have one that's like close, but we'll see one day. We'll see. So that's nice. With this giveaway, as always, let me bring it up here. Wheel random. There's 24 entries, as you can see here. Again, I just want to say this is sponsored by people that click on my TCG player link. So thank you for everybody that does click that. I definitely say support your local game store. If you have to buy something on TCG player, please go out there and click the link. The link is... Where is the link? It is here. Like in every one of these videos, there's a link for TCG Player. Click that. It'll take you out here to TCG Player. You make a purchase, I get credit for it, and I give it all back to you in the form of a giveaway. So appreciate again all of you that does that. If you haven't seen this, what's going to happen is I'm going to spin this wheel 2 times for practice. That way you see that this wheel actually works. It's not rigged in any way. I'm going to hit shuffle. I've never done that before, but I'm just going to hit shuffle. You can see your name is changed and all that good stuff. What's going to happen, I'm going to spin it once, twice. Third time is the real one. Fourth is the real one. Fifth is the real one, because there's 3 winners this time around for a $15 TCG player gift card. So what you'll have to do is email me. I'm going to write back to your comment. You have 1 week to email me your username and your authentication code. With that, I can authenticate you, and then I will send you said gift card through email, okay? So good luck to everybody. Again, thanks for always watching and being here and supporting, and I really appreciate you all. Good luck. First one doesn't count. Second one doesn't count. So this is first one does not count. We got does not count. And again, I leave you on here and I remove you. So second one does not count. And all right, this is this one right here is the one that counts. So this is spin number 3. Good luck, everybody. Need some music to go along with this. Vincent Ling, congratulations. Long time watcher. Number 2. Winner number 2. Let's see who it'll be. It is not Vincent Lin again. Sorry, I forgot to remove your name. That kind of worked out that you did that. Sorry. Okay, so Vincent Lin won 1 time. I removed his name now. And then, okay, we'll go. I'm glad it worked out that way, because that would have been not so good. we have Remedy, winner number 2. And I am removing your name, so now we have 22 people. Last winner right here. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. And we have MW, who actually won a previous one. So congratulations again to everybody. Like I said, you have 1 week. You have to email me with your YouTube username and your authentication number. I need both of those just to make sure you are who you are. I'm going to write back to the comments a little bit later. Um, Also, there were 2 comments. There's a box on the survey to comment on what you want to comment. You can comment on anything. You can comment, send me email anytime on the survey. 2 of them there was one about how do you normally display high rarity SP cards. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. I think that's as you said a video. Realistically, I don't display mine. I know what you mean though. I throw them into a dark drawer, which I know some people would say, "Oh man, that's not very good." But I don't have really a display area. My wife, not to blame my wife, doesn't like stuff everywhere, and I need to have clean up a bunch of cards. But I think for me, what that really means is like, how do you store it? Do you binder them? Do you put them in some display case? Do you how many sleeves do you use and all that good stuff? Because there are always questions like that on Facebook, on Reddit, on the ways to do it. And I will tell you, I've done a bunch of different ways. I haven't done the binder. I wouldn't put that in there. I just don't trust binders. Sorry, I just don't. But I've done it where top loaders, semi-rigids, all these different things, triple sleeving, double sleeving, all this. And really, it's just an experiment and process that I'm just leaving them there to see what happens. Because I think somebody was saying how they had their card in a sleeve and some of the foiling came off or something like that. I just want to try all the different ways myself and let time go by. Have you ever seen my coin toning video? I know that was like way back in the day. It's kind of like that, just like an experiment to see what happens over time to some of these cards. Maybe over a couple years, or maybe every year, maybe change the sleeve. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to talk to somebody really about that, how they sleeve it, especially people that have had it over time. Audrey, how do you do it? Do you have any that has been sitting there for years and you pull them out and refresh, give it new sleeves? I don't know. But that's one. The other one was what's the celebration for 1,000 subs? I have no idea. My goal always doing this was never a number in mind. I know 1,000 is a big one. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, we'll see when we get there. I'm not gonna think about something that's like months away, probably, for me. So again, I really appreciate everybody that's out there that always watches, that likes, subscribes, all that good stuff. You know how it is. It's YouTube. And then always here to keep me company. So appreciate that. Anybody that uses the link, again, thank you so much. Don't feel like you're obligated to do that. It's one of those ones where, again, support your local game store. If you're going to go out to TCGPLAYER anyways, click it, and then we can do more giveaways. Right? But again, I hope you all have a wonderful Friday the 13th. That sounded weird saying that. Have a wonderful Friday. If you're superstitious, good luck to you. But for everybody else, I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy the card game. Enjoy life. I'm going to go to my Judge Barbecue Festival tomorrow, so I don't know if there'll be a video tomorrow, but I'm really excited to go out there, hang out with a bunch of cool people. There's a bunch of people that are going there that I've talked to over the years, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see them all again, since this will be the first time I've seen them in about a year, because everybody comes from different states. It's crazy. People really drive far away to do these competitions. So really cool to see how they've been and all that. But I am going to have a lot of fun. I hope you all have a lot of fun. Again, definitely it's easy to be caught up in all this spending, all these cards, hype prices and all that stuff. But make sure with things going on in the world, make sure to pay off what you have. Make sure that you secure yourself, as in, make sure you have all the food, money that you need, and then go out and buy stuff. Right? Like, go buy some investments. I mean, the stock market looking pretty interesting. I upped my 401k contribution. Personally, that's what I did. I'm gonna be looking for some nice single deals, not singles, but actual like particular stock, like singling out some particular stock, maybe buy some crypto, and then taking a look at the overall card market with people trying to get out. You've seen a lot more sales or people saying they need cash lately. That's what I've been noticing. So there should be some decent deals out there. So keep that all in mind. It's easy to be swept up in this Hololive and other stuff coming out. But remember, there are some actually great pickups to be had of previous sets. Okay. So as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one.